What's up, guys? Really excited for you to dive into the second tutorial. It's going to be really fun. We're going to mess with some create your own custom data type of deal, and add some content to each card, and then design design the pop up and get it to where we need it to be, so that in the last video, we can add animation and really bring this to life. So super excited. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let's dive into this. What's going on, everyone? I'm really excited that we're back with part 2 of this little tutorial I'm creating. Hope you enjoyed the first video. If you haven't checked it out, we were able to easily design this beautiful looking design here, and we added a scroll view and added 5 cards here. Again, in this video, we're going to do a lot more design work, and then this third video, this tutorial, will really dive into the animation part. So yeah, let's get through this so we can really get into the fun things in our next video. So this is kind of what we're going to be designing today. We're going to definitely be designing this bottom card, and we're also going to be changing this direction by 90 degrees of this card. So it's not going to be like this. This is going to be the end state right here. It's going to be the end state like you see right here after you click a card. So when it's not clicked, this card's going to be vertical. So I'm going to be referencing that design a lot now, because we are going to be creating that bottom card here. But let's definitely dive in. Let's start with rotation angle, and I believe it's dot degrees and 90. All right, so now look at this. Just like that, we've flipped these to vertical. And what I'm gonna do now, actually, I'm gonna see if I can do this real quick. So what I love about SwiftUI, a lot of the code editors don't have this, but if I want to find the end of this parentheses bracket here, or just this bracket, like when I click here, it tells me. So in this case, I need to know where this bracket ends, so that I can add some sort of padding to the top. And I'll show you. Even if I'd rather just use the scroll view. I think if I can do a padding of dot top and move it down like 40. Yeah, there. That's more space. I just want to see if 50 works. Yeah, 50 is better. All right. So we got this right now. We got to add some custom data, right? So let's definitely come down here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a struct of card and then identifiable, and you're going to need to create an ID of UUID. And then what we're going to do is we're going to call everything in this data structure here that we want to change in our card. So let's start with this number. So this number right here. So we're going to call this var number equals of type string, right? So this is going to be a string value. And then after that, we're going to do var, and let's call it total equals string, which is this right here. And then we're going to need to change the color. Oh, whoops. We're going to need to change the color to var linear, let's call it linear 1 equals of type color. Color lit. No, let's do color. Color. Yeah. And then var linear 2 equals color. Okay, let me just make sure this is. Oh, I messed up. Sorry. I always do this. I don't know why, but these have to be, yeah, can't be equal signs. I always do this. All right. So now what we're gonna do, we have this data structure kind of created. We're gonna then start integrating data. So how we do that is I'm gonna call this let card data equal brackets, okay, and we're gonna call card, right? We're gonna call this card. So I'm gonna call card parentheses, and you don't want the UUID. You're just gonna put this, right? Yeah, so we're good. So I'm going to have 5 cards, right? So what I'm going to do is go through the number first. So I'm going to give it a string of type 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our first card. The total of, let's make it our first card. So 1, 5, 6, 4. And then linear 1 can be color, color lit, and let's grab this guy. We're going to go other. Grab this, come down, come here, bang. And I'm just doing this for the first color. All the other colors I'm just going to do custom, which I'll show you. And then color, color lit. Okay, other. All right, cool. All right, so then after that, we're just going to copy this. Pretty simple. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I believe we have to add a comma. Yep. Comma, comma, comma. All right. Now we're going to do 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7, 8, 9, 0, and then 1, 3, 5, 6, and then 7, 6, 9, 7, 6, 5, 3. All right, that's cool for that one. Let's make this an 8, 1. Let's move this to 64. Let's make this one a big one, 12, 6, 4. And let's make this guy $564. And then let's get kind of cool with these. So let's do it like this. Let's get a little turquoise in there with that purple. Let's go mix the yellows with the greens. Let's do a green and a purple. All right, cool. So we got our data set, right? Now we're ready to call this in the actual UI, right? So this is how we're going to call it. We have our component down here, which is our card. This is our, this right here is this. And this is how kind of we can pass data through here. And this and the for each will also grab. So we're going to set up so that the for each can grab the data and push it to each individual card pretty much. So to do that, we're going to do var card, and we're going to name this card. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to call the card data here. Card data. And then we're going to do fix. And instead of card here, we're just going to call item. And after that, we then have to call this stuff. So we're going to delete all this, and we're going to do card dot. This is linear 1. Erase this. Card dot linear 2. That's called. And then this is the number. So delete this. Card dot number. All right, that's easy. And then last but not least, card dot total. So what we've just done is successfully pushed our data through this for each here, and you're going to see 5 different cards right when we resume. We got card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, and card 5. Just like that. How cool is that? So now that we've done that, we're pretty much going to do the same thing, except we're going to design this bottom card and populate data through here. So to do that, I'm going to go make a new file. We're going to call this bottom card. Okay. Just going to close this for now and click resume. build succeeded. We're gonna plop this guy into an H stack. All right, and then after that, we're going to plop this guy into a V stack. We're gonna copy him. We're gonna put an image. I'm gonna put an image, and then it's really easy to call symbols in SwiftUI. We use something called SF symbols. So I highly suggest going to download that. It's iOS's own symbols library. So for instance, FF symbols. Pop this up, and for instance, I'm using a star. So they just give you a bunch. You just need to put in this keyword, write in the string name for an image, and you're able to mess around with it. So for instance, let me see here. I'm gonna put this into a V stack. I'm gonna make this V stack a frame of max width dot infinity. So it takes up the whole width. Then frame of dot, actually not dot, but height of, I believe, let's do 500. Oh, spelled it wrong. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then we're gonna go back and we're actually gonna add another text element here, and this is gonna be the expense, I guess you could say, that we have to pay. So I think the first expense is minus 627. It's close. Okay, and it's HBO and today. So this is gonna say HBO, and this is gonna say today, and we're gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna give this V stack a background, and you will see in a second. Color lit, and we're gonna make this almost not like a black, but yeah, we're gonna right around here. Right there, let's try there. All right, and now we can start styling things. So for one, we're gonna do a foreground color of that white, just to make sure I have that right. Yep. And then this HBO. Oh, right, so this is kind of cool. So we have, see how they're kind of aligned in the middle of this frame? We got to change that, so we can easily do that by going into the inspector and aligning them. And I'm gonna do a font dot font size dot font size. This is gonna be of how big is it on here? That looks like they're kind of both. I feel like this would be like 15 dot bold dot rounded, and we're gonna do dot foreground color dot white. Okay, and actually it might be like 17. Yeah, I kind of like that, but you know, take this, I'm just gonna copy this, I'm gonna put it right below here. I'm gonna drop this to like 4 and make the 14 and make this medium with foreground color of white, but it's not white, it's like a, this like gray. So color lit, we're gonna need to get custom color. All right, and what's this guy look like? Okay, that's cool, definitely cool. All right, that's done. Definitely gotta style this guy now. This is kind of like looks a little bigger than this, maybe same, so might just go ahead and do this, grab this, make it easy, guys, you don't have to keep typing. This is medium though, and then we're gonna come in here and throw in a spacer, space these guys out. This image needs a frame of width of 40, height of 40. We're gonna then give a background of color lit, and this is gonna be like a gray. Okay, then we're gonna do a corner radius of 20. So, you know, just half of the width and height gives you a perfect circle. And then we're gonna do a padding of dot leading, and let's make this 30. And same with you. Padding dot leading 30. Oh, just kidding. Trailing. All right. Cool. So great. We have this set up. All right. Now what? Well, that's easy. We're gonna actually just dump this guy into a repeat, which is for each. Repeat these, and we're then gonna come in here. We're gonna add a padding of dot vertical of 10. Get them spaced out just a little, and then where's this H stack end? I'm then gonna bump a spacer. No, I'm not, because this is what I did last time. So if you put the space, it makes sense to put the spacer in here because it's after the H stack, right? And you're in a V stack. But the issue is that you're also in a for each. So if you put a spacer right here, what's going to happen is it's going to put a spacer in between each element, each row. So you actually have to find the end of the for each here, and you actually have to put the spacer here. Okay? So now it's up there. Now it's like, crap, you know, how can I bump this down but not affect all these other rows, right? Because if you put a padding here, you're going to have an issue because it's going to apply to every row, every image in each row. You can't put if you put a spacer here, you know, look, it's going to cancel out, right? So it's going to go back to the middle. But what you can do with the spacer that I don't think a lot of people know is that you can actually add a frame or a custom height to it, right? So I'm only going to do 20. And then now it sits right there, right? So this is exactly what we want. I think I'm going to make it more of 30. And last but not least, make this a corner radius of 30. We definitely want this rounded. So this is pretty good. So now what we got to do is do the same thing we did last time to create data, right? So we're going to do card info, and this is identifiable, and var ID equals UUID, and then do one of these. And then what do we want to change? Well, we have to change the image or the symbol. We have to change the actual name. We got to change the time, and we got to change the number. So all of them are very easy, and we're gonna do icon for this. Var icon is string, comma. I don't think I need a comma. Var name is string. Var time is string. Var expense, let's do charge. Charge is string. Okay, now we're gonna do now we're gonna create the data. So let card oh, my fault, this, I like this being a capitalized. Card info data bracket, come down, call card info, then parentheses, come down. All right, there we go. So we're gonna have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. Okay, so we're gonna need, are we missing something? That's definitely not right. All right, so what we're gonna need is this is gonna be a star. This name is gonna be HBO. This time is gonna be today, and this charge is gonna be minus 6.27. All right, cool. So we got one data done. We're gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5. Add commas so we don't get the error. All right, and now we're gonna copy the preview. Okay, so Let me just see why this guy's yelling. I'm an idiot. My fault. Forgot the equals. All right, close that. So where's this preview? Next one is Spotify, yesterday, and this refresh. So let's do this. Spotify, yesterday, and 999, and let's get this refresh. Arrow dot clockwise. Then we go back to preview. Shop Acme Clothing 3689. That was yesterday. And back to symbols, do a shop. Cart. Bag. Let's do bag. Bag. Preview. Then we do dentist clinic heart. May 17th. May 17th. How much was it? I think it was a lot. Yeah, 104. That's gonna hurt. Oh. Whoops. Dentist 104. I think it's good you practice with this, guys. Just doing the basics, you know what I mean? Definitely, get you comfortable with working with data. Even I'm still learning this, still learning the structure. So dentist clinic. It's just good to go through it. And we're gonna need a heart, and suit heart. Suit.heart. Right? Yep. And then last but not least, we have Patreon, refresh, $3.99. $3.99. May 16th. And arrow.clockwise. All right, so we got our data set up. So let's start calling this. So we're gonna do var card info equals card info, and then oh, my fault. No, we're not. We are not doing this. We're actually, what we're gonna do is let's try to resume this. Okay, so what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna break this into a component here, right? So we're gonna extract this subview, and let's just call it card content. Sure. And then what we're gonna do here is, where's the card content? We're gonna call this stuff. So we're gonna do var card info is equal, no, well, not equal to, but card info. All right, so now we can call this stuff, and this is gonna start complaining, which is fine. We'll fill in this data now. So this right here is gonna need to get card info data, and then what goes in here is card info item. That should work. Okay, so now we got to call this stuff. So this needs to be card info dot icon. This needs to be card info dot name. Oops. This needs to be card info dot time. This needs to be card info dot charge. All right, so we have everything set up, and when we click resume, what should happen is we should have 5 different rows with all this content on our pop-up card. And would you look at that? Everything exactly how we imagined it. So now what we got to do is, this is really pretty simple. We head on, we go over here, we come over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top, and here's a scroll view, and right below it, we're going to see if we can do this. I doubt it's going to let us. It's probably going to, the preview is probably going to freeze. But what we're going to do is we're going to call the bottom card parentheses. Okay, perfect. Actually, this is perfect. And we're actually going to do, I just want to see what this does. No, didn't think so. All right, so what we'll actually just do an offset of y to 1,000. So just so we're getting ready for, our next episode. I know this is a little long, but listen, we did a lot today. We created custom cards with custom data of our own, and then after that, we went and created a whole nother view and added our own custom data into this. We built the same structure, so we did it again. It was good practice. And now in our next video, what we're going to do is we're going to add a cooler scroll animation. We're going to add an on-tap gesture when clicked. We'll animate this card up. We'll change this title and this information, and we'll have this pop-up, this bottom card pop up. And then when we click off the card, or when we click off the card or on the card, it'll collapse and we'll go back to our scroll view. So yeah, that's it. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check out my show here, and I'm really excited to get you this next video. And please like and subscribe, comment. I want to hear what you guys think of this, of my tutorials, my videos. And if you have any type of design or any type of animation you want me to replicate, please don't hesitate to reach out. I have my Twitter and Instagram in the description as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.